Hey everyone, welcome back to another No Strings Attached episode. I'm your co-host Raja. We have Austin is back and
Yo.
Camille. Today we're talking about trades. NBA offseason. Lamelo Ball got traded.
Woo.
Right, Isaiah Stewart got traded for 3 second round picks. We got a lot more to talk about. Jaylen Brown is probably on the come up. John Morant as well. But let's start with the Lamelo Ball to the the Minnesota Timberwolves for basically all the round picks there is possible plus Nas Reed. Guys, talk to me about your thoughts on this trade. Are you liking it? Who won? Who lost this trade? Camille, let me start with you. Talk to me about this trade right here.
Yep. I mean, look, on paper, it looks a lot more than what it is.
It is, yeah.
Because at the moment, as we speak, it's Nas Reed, 2033 unprotected first-round pick, and 3 first-round picks, but those are swaps, right? So from what I could gather, because that's getting somewhat complicated, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but bottom line is they could turn out to be nothing as well. Like they could literally vanish into the shadow realm. So then we're looking at Nas Reed, 2033 unprotected picks. Let's see if Charlotte is a franchise until then. And then 3 second-round picks. There you go.
Yeah.
So look, it all depends if LaMelo is playing or not. Is he hurt or is he playing? If he's playing, he's 100% worth it. Is he not playing? You know, he played, 105 games? I looked it up. He played 105 games the last 3 seasons. That's fuck all. That's not, and then his shenanigans off the court with his reckless driving and all that.
Yeah, watch out.
Watch out because, yeah.
I will say it creates a level of culture in Minnesota as well, like having like those two very high like personalities as well on the same team. Would you guys say?
PR team is in shambles over there in Minnesota.
They need a couple extra people overtime.
Like they do need to work. They need to work their guys like in OT over there. But
it's actually so crazy that they both got picked in the same draft, like first and third.
yeah,
Yes.
But it's so crazy to think that they're going to their 7th year in the league.
Yeah, I was surprised as well because I looked up. I just wanted to see how many games LaMelo played, and I was like, hell, 7 years already?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nasty.
but bottom line is, look, if he plays, I think he's a good fit with Ant. I think they complement each other.
Do you think so? Because they both like the ball.
But like LaMelo can I don't know. I just like them. You have firepower. You had fuck all beforehand. You had Randall who can't get a bucket. You had Gobert who can't get a bucket. So it's all Ant. At least I get some pressure offensively off of Ant. Like at least it's some firepower. So I mean, what else was available? Jaylen Brown was available. But do you have enough to get Jaylen Brown? Probably not. Okay, you sell it for LaMelo. At least they're trying. Because it's also been reported that Ant was like, unhappy. He wants a second star. He wants someone to get some minutes, so he doesn't have all the pressure on him. So like even if you just get LaMelo to save face in front of like Ant, and he signs his extension or whatever, because LaMelo is also available for an extension, but I doubt they won't sign him until like next offseason. They need to see if he's available or not. Can you play 70 games or not? Because if not, then
Yeah.
they're going for it.
I don't like it. For either team, I felt like Melo was a culture setter there in Charlotte. Like I've been seeing a few of the videos be circulated around, like of Charlotte fans being so devastated that their star has like left. But on the flip side, when it comes to Minnesota, like I remember when there was this whole thing going around where people would be getting Nas Reed tattoos, like constant. This was a big trend over in Minnesota. Nas Reed tattoos left, right, and center. He was a culture setter there. I didn't think he was going to leave there at all. So them getting rid of Big Reed, not only does it get rid of that culture, it also gets rid of the size that they have too. Because who do they have that's like a proper 4 on that team now? Tell me, on Minnesota, who do they have?
I mean, first of all, whoever got a Nas Reed tattoo, holler at me because you might need some life advice.
It was. I remember this was like a massive trend during the first like big off season when they got into Western Conference Finals against Dallas.
When he won the 6 men, no?
Yes, that year. It was that year. Yeah. But I don't know. I just like I don't like the trade for either side as like a personal thing, because look, they really have like put all of their like apples into this bucket of like I'm loving seeing these two guards, but damn, where's the size on this team now? They're going to need to sign.
If you didn't like this trade, where would you like them to go other than Lamelo? Like, did you have any idea where? Because I know Kyrie, they were looking at Kyrie, but Dallas love Kyrie apparently. They want to keep Kyrie.
I mean, they probably wanted Giannis first of all. I think that was probably
that was the biggest thing.
But they have nowhere near close enough the package that Heat could have gotten him, or even the Celtics. So then it's Jaylen Brown now. But who knows if you get him? Let's say you miss out on him, you miss out on Lamelo, and you miss out on Jaylen Brown. Then who are you going to get? Ja? So that's it, because
and we'll be talking about all of these people later. We will be talking about all of these people later.
You can talk about Lamelo and his antics and blah 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 and all that on the court. If he's available, that brother's a bucket. Like he a bucket.
Oh yeah.
So
his PRA is always up there. Like for me, like my initial thoughts was, I was like, okay, let me give him time and let's see what's gonna happen. Because for the longest time, people see Lamelo as just this show. He doesn't really play winning ball, but he's always fun to watch, right? But obviously with Concanipo coming in and their team getting Musa Diabate, their team just gradually became better. They got Kobe White, so I was like, okay, they became a much better team. But now you give him to Ant. I think anytime you have Ant in your team and one or two other great players, you're always gonna have a chance of winning basketball game. So initially I didn't really like this trade, but I just want to see them play together. Like Camille said, they're gonna they're gonna have a lot more firepower. Ant is not gonna be as more focused by the other team as before. Now we'll see. We'll see. But they got Jaden. Maybe Jaden McDowell's gonna play the 4, right? I'm looking. They got Slow-Mo, but Austin is right. Like they need size. I don't think they're done. I don't know if they can get more or
they're not done. I don't think they're done. Not yet, at least.
I mean, look about this winning basketball on Lamelo's side. I mean, he was on a team and he was the star player on the team that went 29-10 down the stretch. You know what I mean? Like they were the hottest or second hottest team in the league.
Oh yeah.
I think he can play winning basketball given the circumstances and the players that are around him and the coaching.
Yeah.
I don't think he's reckless.
Do you think that it was good for the Hornets to sell high on him in a way?
Look, they know him better than anybody else, right? They know his body, they know his health, and they know his off the court shit. Like now, let's imagine just 3 days now from. 3 days from today, something comes out and he's done something stupid with a car or whatever it may be. Then, okay, now this makes a bit more sense, right?
First drive in Minnesota.
But the other thing is they know him better than anything. It seems like a sell high kind of thing. I don't think they're willing to pay him the max or super max, whatever he's eligible for.
Yeah.
So, therefore, they'll move him now. He's still high. You will move him now. You don't know what you're going to get next offseason. Imagine he's only going to play 30 games because he's hurt, or 40 games, or whatever it may be, and some off-the-court stuff happens. Now, what the hell are you going to get for him? Nothing.
Yeah.
So
and
I think with this one is you just gotta wait and see, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it is one of those. Yeah.
I'm always excited to watch Ant play, and now that they got Lamelo Ball, it's gonna be a lot more fun. Right, and because of LaMelo's departure from the Hornets, they signed Kobe White to a 3-year extension, which is good on him because he definitely balled out when he was with the Bulls, and then he got traded to the Hornets. He balled out, and one of the reasons why they were one of the hottest teams late down the stretch. But yeah, now we got other trades incoming potentially. Jaylen Brown was probably the biggest one. Obviously, he was a part of that failed Giannis package that the Celtics threw up and the Bucks rejected. Where do you guys think he's gonna go? I've been hearing maybe Atlanta, his hometown. Maybe he can go back home. And what do you guys want to see?
The thing is,
send him to Washington. Send him to Washington.
The Celtics need something back. They want to win a championship now. They won't settle for 2 first-rounders or 3 first. That's not going to cut it. They need a piece. So they're looking for a forward or a big, something like that. I mean, look, the thing is this. Giannis was the big one on the chopping, like on the board, right? So now everything's falling into place. Now things happen fast. All of a sudden, Lamelo's getting traded. We're hearing this, we're hearing that. And look how long it took for Giannis, and now everything happens so quickly. It's always like that, isn't it? Like now everyone's panicking as well. Like the thing is like, hell, you can't go into the season with the Jaylen Brown situation hanging over your head.
No way.
Like that's
no
the thing.
Way.
Like, every team knows now they might have to move him. I don't know. It's a bit messy for the Celtics. It's a bit un-Celtics-like.
Is there anywhere that you guys want to see him?
I want to see him in Atlanta. It'd be cool.
I want to see him on a decent team, to be honest with you, because he's fun as hell to watch. I just don't want him to go for a soccer team and then, he's irrelevant for like 4 years or something. That'd suck.
I mean, the Hawks is a pretty good young team right now.
Hawks. But what players would you get from the Hawks?
You're going to be sending a lot
Yeah.
from the Hawks. You're going to be sending a fuck ton of people from the Hawks to the Seas if you do that trade.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you just never know, right? Because we've seen trades where like he's gonna go for crazy, and then they got Anthony Davis and Kobe Bryant's son.
But yeah, but
the
Celtics are not an organization who just sort of.
They'll be smart about this trade.
Yeah,
they will be very smart about this trade.
Legit, if they don't get enough, they'll keep him and say, "Fuck it, dude, you're gonna play." You're Celtics.
I have a feeling that they're a very three-heavy team, this Celtics team. If I was the C's, I would somehow construct a three-way trade or even just a direct trade. I would say maybe even with the Cavaliers to get like someone like an Evan Mobley kind of player onto their team, right? I'm certain that they wouldn't want someone like Harden, right? But that's the only situation where I could see it working in the C's favor, because now they've kind of they've ruined that relationship with him. It's ruined. It's done, right? Like we've talked about it time in and time out, again and again. The relationship between the C's and them is done. If they really wanted to, they could just send him to like a dead franchise and call it a day, but they can't do that, right? I see there being like some kind of thing where they get a Mobley kind of player, or even like a Şengün kind of player as well, with like a Rockets kind of trade. But I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go. I don't see Jaylen Brown in any other uniform other than a Celtics jersey, because it's like it's the easiest way to hate him. It's the easiest way to like kind of hate the guy, you know what I mean? Like in the case of like the Celtics, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I actually don't know what's going to be happening with Brown in the upcoming few days, to be honest. But what about you, Raj? Are you thinking of anywhere that, like, other than Atlanta? Surely.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's the situation, because you just never know with this type of trades. You can go like that. We saw Lamelo Ball got, they got Nas Reed, and obviously they're not on the same level, obviously. But Lamelo Ball went for Nas Reed, and for now, one pick. So I would love to see him go back home with Atlanta. I don't know how that's gonna be. I know they're trying to get rid of Ricochet. I don't know if the Celtics wants Ricochet. He's been.
They'll get rid of him. They'll get rid of
pretty
him.
Pretty much a number
he's on the trade block.
Buzz.
He's on the block, bro.
Same with Dyson Daniels. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. You just never know. With the beauty of NBA trades, you just never know. Right, we can say all we want, but at the end of the day, none of us are GMs here. The ins and outs of the Celtics or the Atlanta Hawks and all that stuff.
Can I just bring something up? With the Hornets kind of situation and how they sold high on LaMelo Ball and him being that kind of, player that like has that off the court stuff that kind of like you saw his value kind of go up, and then they sold, right? The team that's doing the kind of opposite right now, where the value is at an all-time low and it was at a high, right? And we keep bringing up this name, but like in reality, the man like doesn't have any of the game that we once saw from him. Ja Morant. Where are we seeing him, guys? Raja, Camille.
Out of the NBA, maybe he can come to here. NBL. Let's see.
Shanghai Sharks.
Shanghai, yeah. Guangdong Tigers.
No, maybe EuroLeague. Cool. Maybe EuroLeague in Serbia.
You do not send him to Serbia, because he will pull up that fire. That's probably the last place you want to send him to. Look, does he? I talked about winning ball.
He doesn't play winning ball. I think he's going to Brooklyn or something. I actually honestly see him going to Brooklyn, Sacramento.
Yeah, do that.
There isn't any team that I can see him going to that's like a contender. No team wants him. Out of all the 30 teams in the league, right? There's a reason why the Grizzlies don't want him anymore, right? Like the contract's crazy. It's terrible, actually, right? The trade that we'd see for him would probably be like a packet of chips, if that, right? It'll be a second round pick. Because seriously, I don't see him going anywhere other than probably like Brooklyn for, I don't know, who is it, MPJ, right? Like I can see that happening.
MPJ is gonna retire so he can get out of that situation. That's just a terrible. I mean, we talked about winning basketball. Ja Morant, one of his superpowers is his athleticism, and ever since he got injured, and he's been injury prone ever since, he lost a lot of that verticality, right? Like his pop is not almost gone. He can still attack the rim like that, but he's not a great shooter. He's obviously not a great defender, and he can't really fly anymore like that. So if you trying to win a championship, who's looking at him?
No one. No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. There isn't a contender that's gonna have him.
That's what I'm saying. And the one selling point that you can sell your tickets for is come watch Ja fly. Nah, he's not really flying no more. He's a helicopter. he goes up and down a little bit, but he's not gonna fly through you and dunk on Wemby or like dunk. You know what I'm saying? Not like that anymore. So I mean, is he gonna get traded? Yeah, because I don't see him with the Grizzlies anymore. But I'm excited for the Jaylen Brown trade. I really don't care about Ja. Not gonna lie. What about you, Camille? Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I'm just checking his contract. So it's running another upcoming season and then the next season after that. So 2 more years on that thing.
That's terrible.
How much is he making?
42 and then 44.
Damn, he is getting a bag. Hey, good on him.
It's just the fact that it's too much of your cap with today's CBA. No bueno that contract. But look, I don't know, maybe he'll surprise us, right? He'll work on his craft and all of a sudden he's a spot up shooter or whatever he can work on. But like he's just not that Ja that was the rookie or his sophomore year or whatever. He's just not that guy anymore. I feel like, he's 26 years of age. Eh? He's 26.
How crazy is that? He's only 26.
He's 26, so we're talking about
him. He's 26 and we're talking.
But we also have to talk about how he did all of this to himself as well.
Absolutely.
Right? Like with all of his antics.
Without any question.
Off the court. He lost a lot of money with that too, by the way. And also, it doesn't help with his injuries and his antics off the court. So, he's doing so much more off the court than on the court. And not a lot of teams would like that. I don't know.
Look,
he lost $8 million.
Yeah.
For just the suspensions, right? We're not talking about what that impacts his further contracts and all these kinds of things because it made him uneligible for certain things, right? That was that year where he was uneligible for All-Star, whatever it was.
Yes, that's
so
correct.
That, I think if you accumulated it, it was like 50 million or something he got less for that shit.
Something like that.
Because it's he can't get the Supermax anymore.
Team.
Yeah, exactly. So that's fuck me, dude.
I mean, ridiculous is what it is.
The funniest thing is like that dude, had a normal upbringing. Like mom, dad.
He wasn't growing up in any tragic situation.
Just normal, good household. Not rich, but like upper middle class household.
Middle class. Yeah.
The fuck you playing gangster for? Just be happy with what you have.
NBA
people would kill for that.
To get into the hood, not out of the hood.
Man, if you're gangster, you don't play gangster. You're just gangster because you have to be.
Yeah.
You survive.
You don't have to tell anyone.
What the hell? I don't know, dude. Like, fuck, man, doesn't make any sense, dude.
Yeah, that one is that one is frustrating because coming up, I was a big fan of Ja. Obviously, he reminds me a lot like Derrick Rose, right? Just because his size and his pop, but he did all of this to himself. Like no one else to blame but himself. So I want to see him succeed? Sure, but I don't think he's gonna be in anyone's team unless he improve his shooting. Is he gonna be a better defender? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you come in with the mindset of being a good defender, But yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Do we have anyone else to talk about?
LeBron, Austin Reeves.
Yeah,
that's hot.
That's hot. Austin Reeves got 185 for 4.
Yeah.
So 185. Damn.
His max. That's basically the max for him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which makes him the richest undrafted NBA player of all time.
Yes. Which I'm happy for him, but remember what I said about like 3 weeks ago or something? If they pay him the max, they're going nowhere. And I stand by that. What else? How they go? Look, the situation is this now. They don't have enough money to pay LeBron anywhere
What's
near
that
the
cap?
max,
Is
right?
it 50, 60 million now? With this trade? I mean, sorry, with this sign?
I don't even. I think it's 45, maybe 50.
So what does this mean for LeBron? Is he going to re-sign with?
I mean,
the
look,
lesser-
they have two options, right? They can either fill out the roster with what they think is adequate for Luka, right? Because that's your centerpiece at the moment. It's Luka. Okay, Luka, let's try to get you anything under the sun for 45 or 50 million. And then
Or do you want to sell tickets?
And then you see what's left for LeBron, and then offer him that as a courtesy, or you give LeBron whatever he's asking for, and then fill out the roster. But there's not going to be much left. Let me put it that way. Sign and trade. Maybe you sign and trade. You know, but there's not many options, to be honest with you. Now, you know, they look. Let me get this straight. That roster is a piece of shit. That roster is a piece of shit.
Come on, man.
The only way you're going anywhere is if Luka goes nuclear and drops 40 in the playoffs every single game. That roster is going nowhere. Okay, well, let's not beat around the bush here. Like, what do you have besides those two? Let's pretend LeBron's not coming back. You know, if LeBron comes back for like 10 million or something, and he gives them like a family discount here, okay, they can
sign for the vet minimum.
But then you can maybe get someone for like a big for 20 or 25 or whatever. Okay, now this roster's shaping up to be something. But if you lose LeBron and you don't get really anything,
I mean, you might not get Rui. You might not get Rui was an important part. You gotta figure out.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say you gotta figure out what the hell's going on with Ayton. Because that's not looking good either.
But like the thing is this, like Ayton is, I don't want to say net negative in my book, but like he is.
He
can't catch
Is
a
he?
goddamn
I
ball.
don't want to say it, but is he already?
Nah, he is. Don't try and
can't
beat
catch
around
a
the bush
ball.
here, Camille. He can't. It's more a case of in the locker room and off the court, combined with on the court,
then
and
this roster's
just
cooked.
not.
Then this roster's cooked. Then it's absolutely cooked.
It's always been cooked because look, unless LeBron goes for the minimum of $1 million, right? You got to give him some good money. Other than that, like you said, Camille, who are you going to sign? I thought that they should sign Rui back because he was a great player in the playoffs. The highest, 3-point percentage, right? He's that boy. He showed up definitely with the Luka's absence. So what, you're going to bring back Marcus Smart? You know, your only good defender last year. Vando is a good defender, but his offensively is a liability. So what are you gonna do now? Jackson Hayes is pretty decent, but he should be coming off the bench. You know, Jackson Hayes is putting up more effort than DeAndre Ayton coming off the bench, and DeAndre Ayton has a dummy Ayton chain.
It's that rookie heart. It's that rookie heart right there that you can see. But just damn, I don't know what they're gonna do. I actually don't know what they're gonna do in that Lakers situation. Is there any moves that you guys want to see from any other teams this offseason?
I mean, like you said, Jackson
seen?
Hayes is rookie. He got drafted 1 year after Ayton.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he drafted 2019. So like at this point, this is who he is. I'm talking about Ayton, right? We talked about this many times. This is who he is. He's not gonna change next year because, like I said before, if you don't play your best basketball when you play with Luka Doncic and LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, what else you need to be playing at your highest level? So you gotta figure that out. I don't know who they can sign, right? They trade here and there. I don't even know. That's the thing, right, Camille? Like you said, how much are they gonna give Austin, right? And now what's gonna happen with LeBron?
Too fucking much.
You know what I mean?
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. I'm sorry. I'm happy for him personally, obviously, man. You know, he scraped his way into the league and make that bag. That's awesome. Great story. He seems like a cool dude as well. So, nothing but love. Nothing but love. But if you look at that roster, and let's put this, let's make this very clear as well. He's not getting that back if Lucas says no. If he says,
Absolutely.
I don't want him to get the bag, find money somewhere else, find me another player, then they're not giving that to him. So this is executive Lucas speaking here as well. So, I don't know. I'm gonna be real. Like, when we talked just before the show, and I had like a thought that's running in my head for a couple days now, like a little thought experiment here.
You got your theory?
What? Yeah, like a little thought experiment, and I'm worried that it might just like Luka doesn't win a championship ever because for some reason like the teams he's on,
I don't want to hear that.
it's just never.
Nah, I
aligns
don't
with,
disagree.
You know what
I
I mean?
don't
Like
disagree.
it's the Lakers are nowhere now. They're not going to win a chip in the next 2 years. Period. Now, what about and then you'll have the Spurs, you'll have other teams, you'll always have the Celtics. They just like for some reason he just never is on a team that's like in really in the running. That'd be crazy.
Do you think he's in a T-Mac kind of situation? Is what you're telling me?
He's 20 times the player that T-Mac was. Shout out to T-Mac, one of my favorite players growing up. But Luka is the guy. Luka is if healthy, he's 1, 2, or 3 in the league. Period.
Bro, he led the league in majority of the stats.
Yeah.
That's how good this guy is.
So
Sub
Luka has
Jokic,
2 years
yeah.
left on his contract. Is that right? 3 years.
I believe
3 years left.
2 or
3 years
3.
left. So he has next season 27-28 and then the 28-29 season. Okay, then he's going into the 29-30 season as an unrestricted free agent. 28-29 season. His last season on the contract is a player option. So the Lakers only has 2 years to prove that they can build a roster. He gone.
Bro,
He's out, bro.
He's 27. He's going to be
out.
29.
You know what I mean? Like he's
He
so
will be
good.
joining
He's
the
so,
Joker
so,
in
so-
Denver if they don't make up for this, bro. It's
I mean,
just as simple
those
as
guys don't
that.
know what the fuck they're doing over there. So don't, have you seen the draft clips with the owner and the GM disagreeing and no one knew who
No.
to draft and they traded
No,
their
no,
picks
no,
or
no,
whatever?
no. What?
Yeah. What's
No.
his owner's name? Crunky?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that owns Arsenal. He owns Arsenal.
Yeah, the same guy, right? So they were in the draft room, and no one knew what to do when their pick was up, and they're not yelling at each other, but you can see they're visibly annoyed with each other. So that's the owner in the draft room, making calls. I don't know. It's not the best look personally. What I'm not about is like you hire someone to do a job, GM or head of basketball operations or whatever. You pay them big money, tens of millions of dollars. To then you make the decision who to draft or be in the that's what I don't understand. Then don't hire them. You do the job.
Yeah.
Like what did you hire me for? What are you paying me $10 million a year? So you make the decision. But then again, if something goes wrong, we draft not the right player, we don't develop the players, blah 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 blah. Then it's my job because I'm the GM.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it don't work
Yeah.
like this. This is a two-way street here. Let me do my thing. Get out of here. You can sit.
It's like
I
the
get
Nico
it.
Harrison situation, right? Like
I just
we
don't
put
like
a
it.
lot
I
of
just don't
blame
like
on Nico.
Yeah,
but
but
like
the owners,
it's also
yeah.
the owners. You know what I'm saying? But we put all the blame on Nico, and he, death
I
threats
don't
and all
know.
that.
Then I don't know why you would hire someone such a high
Yeah.
profile job for them to sit in there and tell them what to do. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Then either you should have done. You want to do the job, then do it, and don't hire someone. Anyways, I think that Nuggets team.
Nah,
is,
I'm looking at the video now. It was for them trading their pick to the Spurs.
Oh, there you
is
go.
what it was. Crazy. It's like he's actually quite visibly upset in this video as well.
and
Damn.
he check out the post-draft interview where he was giving the interview. Why the fuck is he giving the interview? Someone needs to explain that situation to me. But
It's,
look, he did a good job with
uh,
Arsenal, so maybe he needs to balance it out with what's happening with the Nuggets now. So, but yeah, let's go back to Luka. He has 2 more years. The Lakers have 2 more off seasons. This one and the next one.
I'm scared, Camilo, because the man is 27 years old.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. His player option comes in when he's going to be 29, and he's injury prone already. Obviously, his game is not athleticism, right? It's start and stop, and playing the game at his own pace. So I'm not too worried about that. But he's going. He'll be 29,
If
30.
you're not on the court, you can't really drop those numbers like that. You know what I mean? And the way his body is built, those guys. They look at Jokic, look at Doncic. They don't have the most athletic looking body like LeBron, like
And
Jaylen Brown.
the other thing is with this new CBA, and we see it now. There are no teams with a team like the Golden State or Miami Heat, like the LeBron Miami Heat and the Golden States that won all those championships. Teams like this do not exist anymore, and they will not unless the CBA is completely different. You cannot pay 3 guys anymore. You cannot pay 2.5 guys anymore. This doesn't exist. You pay 2 guys.
You have to pick and choose.
You pay 2 guys like the Lakers do now. You literally you fill that roster with a couple nice players. It's over
That's
with
correct.
this kind of stuff. You don't with the times of 3 superstars or even 2, and then I don't know, like Luka and Austin. You're not going to get a third really good player. You are just not. And you already have 2 players on your starting 5 that can't play defense. How are you going to run that roster up? I don't know. I like it's a different time now. It's a very different time. That's why we're seeing all these championships. 8 different champions in 8 years. because you just it's I think it's going to be ridiculous. Like if anyone wins like 2 in a row now, it's going to be crazy because it's so hard. You win a championship, you have to pay your guys. Other teams will want to have you guys. They're going to throw the bag at them. I mean, look at the Knicks, okay? Okay, this only works because Jaylen Brunson's on the hottest deal by far.
Bro, I just remembered that Austin Reeves is making more than Jaylen Brunson.
Hey, are you suggesting something here, Raja? Are you suggesting something here?
What? I'm just saying the dude is making more than Jaylen Brunson, and
hey, Luka Brunson reunited. Am I right? Sorry, that's like a terrible.
I think this whole new CBA, the GMs and the teams, they're now adjusting to it. You cannot overpay mediocre guys. Your team is cooked.
Do you look at all the teams that the Knicks, the Spurs, the OKC, their team is deep.
Yeah.
And
the only way the Spurs
function,
the Fox contract is a stinker now, but the only way that works is Wemby is on cheap at the moment still.
Yeah. Correct. 100% correct.
If the moment they have to pay Wemby, they 3 years into the future, right? They're going to be in the mix, maybe they'll win a chip or whatever. He's going to get his $1 billion contract, right?
Yeah, it's going to be the highest paying contract in the NBA.
How are you going to keep him, Dylan Harper, Castle, and potentially, how are you going to keep those three together? Because some teams will throw a fucking max at Dylan Harper. And now you're already in this situation. They have a really good situation right now, even though they have this Fox contract. The Knicks have such a deep team because Jaylen Brunson left so much money on the table, 100 million plus.
Hey, it's going to be the new meta. I'm telling you, it's going to be the new meta.
Hey, you told me last time, and I said, you're crazy. This will never happen because it's people money, but I'm not so sure right now. But no, here's what will happen. Here's what will happen. The second the players will figure out, shit, this is the only way we can win championships now, or we can influence winning a championship, they're going to go on strike, and they're going to get that CBA overruled. And we're going to go back to the Supermax, like you can pay whatever. And you go 200 million over the cap.
It's going to be flip-flopping. If that's the case, then it's just going to be flip-flopping for championship.
The GMs need to do such a good job right now. You cannot overpay mediocrity at the moment in this league if you want to contend. You just cannot. And I'm not saying Austin Reeves is mediocre, but is he closer to mediocre than he is to superstar? Then
closer to him than him closer to Luka.
So then burn that contract right now. Then we're in trouble. Then this roster is in trouble.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I think we'll just have to see what happens with him next season. That's the biggest indicator.
He's going to get me 20, 21 points. He's going to give me 5 assists and about 4 rebounds a game. That's who he is. He's very consistent. We never talk about Austin Reeves and he's like this inconsistent monster. He always gives me something. He's cool. He's a really good player. But I think that's too much. I think that
40 million
contract it's a problem.
It is like as I was saying, I think we discussed this beforehand, like on the channel too. If they want to get like semi-decent players as well, I think you've said it the best, Camille, right? When you fill out that roster with a bunch of like money for 2 players, what's going to happen is you need to put your money in the people that you pay when it comes to drafting people, when it comes to scouting people, when it comes to finding these players that are going to show up.
100%. Dude, I'm telling you, those second-round picks, they're going to come in hot in the next couple of years.
Absolutely they are. Because when you're paying so much money...
Yes.
Absolutely. They're cheap as... And when you can sign people from like a G League or from, let's say, theoretically, like, straight from college or whatever it is, right? When you can do that and develop a player into a player that they can become, such as like with the Spurs, it was like a Julian Champagny kind of player, right?
Well, that's what Austin Reeves was, right?
And it's exactly correct when it came to Austin Reeves, okay? Like, that's going to become a meta very soon because guess what? These players have become very, very talented, especially in the case of fitting into their roles as well for the price that you were paying for them. Now, like, when it comes to AR, it's a different story because obviously he's turned into what you didn't want, right?
A really good player, though. I mean, that's what you want technically,
that's exactly
right? It's just the problem is that I think mindset-wise, we're still in the times of 5 years ago where that contract is no problem 5 years ago because you can go $200 million over the cap and no one bats an eye. You pay luxury. You can't do that. We basically have a hard cap,
correct.
sort of, in the NBA at the moment. So now this contract is a stinker, I think.
We'll see what the Lakers do. I think that's like the number one thing.
And that's one thing we spoke about as well, right? It's the Lakers, it's the La La Land, and all of a sudden they'll get all these nice pieces because someone wants to go there. Someone says, okay, I want to, Jaylen Brown says, I'm going, I'm not playing anymore. I'm going to throw up a stinker here. You can do whatever you want. You won't see me in a Celtics jersey anymore. Okay, you have a no trade clause. I want to go to the Lakers exclusively. That's it. I'm only going to sign, a sign and trade, or I'm only going to waive my no trade clause for the Lakers. That can always happen. You never know. It's the Lakers, and all of a sudden they have Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, that's the story of the gold and purple.
And that's exactly it. That's the X factor. You never know.
I'm excited for Cameron Carr. I want to see what he's all about. The pick that got traded to I think by the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
The Lakers. Hopefully he's gonna be decent. In terms, we talked about scouting talent. Hopefully he's 6'5" though, so we'll see.
Hey, that roster ain't that deep. He'll have to play.
That's what I'm saying.
Get ready
and show.
Get ready.
Because I'm looking at the depth chart.
It's been like that for the past 15 years for the Lakers. It's been like that besides that bubble chip, right?
That team was deep.
Besides
for
that
years.
bubble chip, okay, and I saw this when it came to when they had that Lonzo team going for them, right? And Julius Randle a little bit before that and whatnot as well, bro. It keeps happening with these Lakers where they'll have 1 year, 2 years. And then it's just they just need people. It's like every time I'm seeing them, they need to grab someone from the G League or they need to grab someone from wherever it is that they're pulling them out of. That's why Alex Caruso. That's why Alex Caruso became a name for himself because we saw him on the fucking Lakers.
Well, that's the problem with being the Hollywood team, right? Because you always rely on superstars coming in, not OKC where they have to build from the ground up.
Yeah.
Right. That's the problem when you got all the money in the world. People want to live in LA. It's a nice weather compared to other teams.
Nice gated community, good weather, good food, nice women.
Think about it. Think about it.
Dude.
Shaq went to sign with the Lakers from the Magic. Right. Same thing with Kareem when he signed from the Bucks. They drafted Magic. They always rely, obviously they had some great drafts, of course, like Kobe, coming from Charlotte, and obviously they in the middle of the 2000s and the 2010s they were really shaky, really until LeBron came to that team. Other than that, Lonzo Ball, Julius Randle.
Yeah, I mean the post
Kuzma,
Kobe era, they had a couple stinkers in there.
Brandon Ingram, they became good players outside, like Brandon Ingram,
the
Julius
Lakers. The spotlight is on with the Lakers. It's not the place for. I think it's not the place for really good first round picks because you're sort of in the fringe moment. The expectations are give us a championship now, but you're not there yet, right? All those players never worked out. The Julius Randle, Lonzo, they became decent players. It's just not with the Lakers because that media is going crazy. They're expecting wins. They don't want to suck for 1 or 2 years. They're not. They don't want to be mediocre and all that.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
I don't know how many picks they have in the next couple of years. I know it's not much, so I don't know what they're going to do. I'm curious.
Any other teams that we want to see any moves from? Any other teams at all? Do you want to see moves
the Heat,
from?
Let's see what the Heat can do because Pat Riley, I do trust. Let's see who they'll need to fill out their roster fast and in a hurry.
They'll fill it out. I reckon they'll fill it out.
So that would be interesting to see.
That's going to be a spot to go to now. I believe it's the hottest spot to go to right now. It's Miami at the end of the day too, right? Especially for a lot of the younger guys in the league, that's a hot spot right there. Thank you very much. But the free agency for them is going to be going crazy. What's it called? If I want to see anything from any teams, there's certain teams where you just don't know what the hell is going on. With Golden State, for instance. I think that team is in a state of purgatory right now. It's been in a state of purgatory for the past, I would say, 2 to 3 years. Ever since I would say they traded Jordan Poole. They need to do something there. I don't know what they're going to be doing, whether it's getting rid of Draymond or whatever it's going to have to be.
That's another team that they really built for the future because they had a great play.
It's always this one more year. It's always the same.
Steve Kerr didn't like him, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like,
now they got to get rid of him, and
Yeah.
like it's just like, bruh.
Yaxel now coming in.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, and he'll
I'm
be
happy
going
for
out in
him.
2 years. It's the
I'm
Golden
happy
State
for
Warriors.
him. We'll see what's gonna happen. He might be the next guy that can save the franchise. He is 23, turning 24, obviously. So we'll see what his development's gonna look like. He's a complete player, but the only problem is at his age, right? Like he's a great defender. Hold on, let me not say great. He's a good defender. We've seen it in Michigan. He's also a really good all-around scorer offensively. So we'll see. Like I would love to see him in more of a team that's more competing for the championship. But unfortunately, he got the OKC picked him. So I'm happy for him. We'll see. I'm a big fan of Yaxel Ball. The dude spent 6 years in college. So shout out to him. And the NIL money.
Golden State picked him, right?
Yes.
What did I say?
Golden State.
OKC.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. That's right.
Yeah. Golden State.
Yeah. I mean, look, in their mind, I have no doubt that they think they still have a window of winning a championship because they are throwing everything away for just
Actually
one more
ridiculous.
player, one more player.
Actually,
So their
ridiculous.
mindset is we're winning now. I mean, look,
It's
they're just,
delusional. To me, it's absolutely fucking delusional from this team. Like, last offseason, I remember they signed, who was it, Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis, and it's like it did nothing for them. It did absolutely nothing for them. I think you can't doubt the prowess of Steph Curry, because Steph Curry is, like, he's Steph Curry at the end of the day, and he still has it in him. But God, it's just, you see it time and time again from Golden State. They either love to just, they have the drafting potential of like someone like the Spurs or like the Celtics, where they get really, really great homegrown players. It's just that the issue is they also draft these like 40-year-olds, bring them in, and then they spit them out like 2 days later. Or Draymond has their way with,
I
the
mean,
younger players.
being
as
in
well.
that window is the issue then, right? You have Kuminga, and I thought Kuminga can be somebody, but he's set for, 2 or 3 years? Because you cannot play him, he's not there yet. You think your window's still there, you're playing all your...
Steve Kerr didn't really like him as well, apparently.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. That situation with Kuminga was bullshit. From what like everyone was saying there.
Jordan Poole, that was nice. He got punched in the
out of the
face.
team.
I mean, imagine you getting punched in the face and, the coach pretends like nothing happened. They Draymond, dude. I wish everybody has someone in their life how Steve Kerr loves Draymond Green. I wish.
Yeah.
I hope everyone finds that kind of love.
Oh, Draymond Green's antics also have consequences, right? Because Jordan Poole will be nice when Stephen Curry, eventually fades out. He can, kind of continues that, not legacy, but, trying to win again. But now that he's in, where is he? Pelicans? Wizards? I don't even know where he is anymore.
Well, what
Somewhere.
move would you want for the Warriors then to make? Do you just want them to just
I don't
go
think
into
they can
that
make much, to
rebuild?
be honest with you. They'll have
Like,
one
I
more year
can't-
for the next 2 years.
I don't think I care that much because look at that team. They got Jimmy Butler coming from a terrible injury.
37 years
Steph
old.
Curry.
It's so bad, actually. It's terrible.
Draymond Green,
36
now you
years
got
old.
Yaxel there you go, Yaxel.
So
Might as well get Clay back.
let me get
Just run it up.
let me get this straight. Al Horford just signed for another 2 years. They moved some money. He gets
There
a
you
bit
go.
of money on the back end, right? Here's the thing. He's 40 years. He's 40.
There you go.
Steph Curry, 38. Jimmy Butler, 37. Draymond is 36. And your rookie
Yeah,
is,
it's not
what,
looking good.
23, 24?
23.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. I actually, when they were, I think wasn't this off season, but sorry, this playoffs, but last playoffs, I had them actually making it to like a further than what they did because they whooped the Rockets that year as well. It's just
Yeah, but
that
it's also the Rockets. Like,
Turns
that team,
out
that-
the Rockets is the Rockets, yeah.
it's-
Turns out
yeah,
KD's on that
E
it's
team.
just that team. Ugh.
it was just what's it called? What's it called? I had faith in the Unks, and then the Unks let me down, and I just realized it's done. You can either just you're paying Steph Curry because at the end of the day, it brings in people, right? That's just the bottom thing of it. Yes, like you will build Steph Curry a statue in the front of Oracle Arena, right? Or where Oracle Arena was, right? It's just more the case that, man, if the Warriors want to do anything, God, like, there's no more one more year. You just gotta accept it for what it is and just enter the full thing of understanding your era is done. You have to wait a few years, build your team back up and then go from there. Because if I was them, I would have sold high on Steph Curry now, just so that what's it called?
No one's going to trade anything. Like this is what I mean. Those contracts are only.
It's just awful. You're keeping them in.
And look, to be fair, let's put it this way: every team would sell their soul for the success that the Warriors had in the last 10 years, right? So let's not pretend they did a bad job or whatever. They did a fantastic job. They drafted all these kids. You know, they ended up being the Splash Brothers and Draymond, and it was something.
And then they landed a superstar as well.
So you know they did well. It's just look. They'll run it out. Everyone gets paid. Steph Curry getting paid. You know, Draymond still getting paid, and then they go full rebuild in like 2 years.
2 years.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Any other moves that you guys want to see? Any other moves?
I mean, Jaylen. I'm curious where Jaylen lands because that's a guy who can. That's a difference maker right there.
That's what I'm waiting for right there.
That brother, that dude is a difference maker. That's right away. You have Jaylen on your team. You're competitive right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see where he goes. At the end of the day, I think it's also a locker room thing too. When you know that your player is going to be like going out online and like,
well, that's done with, especially with the Bucks trade. Like the locker room stuff, that's done with. They have to trade him. They have to move him. There's no ways.
Also, more the case, I believe as well, the fact that other NBA teams know this now. Other NBA players also know this is a factor too. So bringing him into that locker room, hey, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes there at the end of the day, right? Like, but just as like a human person, right, and knowing that your like teammate is going to be going on there and like, you know, saying stuff that like isn't really not necessarily regulated, but a case of them just like going on like a live stream and like, you know, showing everyone like kind of the ins and outs of what's happening. It is also a kind of big gamble, I would say too. But I think he's staying in the East. I don't think he's going to be moving to the West.
Yeah. I mean, the Celtics might want to ship him into the West.
We'll see.
We'll see. They're smart like that. You know what I mean? Like they would rather him in the West. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, look, if Jaylen's on the table, then a lot of players are also on the table that we don't know about, right?
That's correct.
That's just what it is. Like, if I'm a GM, like Jaylen is, I want him. There's probably some GMs that want Jaylen because he's quite a bit younger over Giannis, right?
Right.
So
could you guys foresee him going to someone like OKC?
How? No. How?
Chet and another player thrown into the mix?
Yeah. I mean, as stupid as it sounds, as ridiculous as it sounds, I mean, I guess it's actually not a bad look. I'm just thinking, is it possible? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Because Chet is on the same
Chet's
sort of salary.
Yep.
Him and SGA. Yeah. And they just drafted the big guy as well, right? So the thing is, I guess what's with Hartenstein? Also, I think what's with Hartenstein? Can they keep him or not? So if they cannot keep Hartenstein, they cannot get rid of Chet, because otherwise you have only one big man. That's I think that's the crux of the situation, I believe.
It'll be the Hartenstein situation.
Yeah,
100%.
because you need him and Chet. You need both.
Yes.
Sooner they can keep him, the better. Sooner they get the confirmation on that, the better.
Yeah.
But that I
would like Chet with Tatum though. I would like to see that. To be quite honest with you. I think that will work out fantastic.
You know what? It would work very well with the Celtics fan base. You know,
I think so too. You get a white dude in there. Mm-hmm.
Yep, you get a tall cracker on your team, right? You're having especially as a Celtics fan, right? They are loving it.
Why is it always like that, dude? Why is it always like that?
Hey, it's the Celtics fan base. Hey, dude, ask them, bro.
2026, bro. Like, why? Why?
Hey, it fits the culture. Hey, the white guy wearing the do-rags.
What is the culture? White? That's not a culture. That's called racism. That's what it's called. I'm not saying that Celtics organization is racism. Let me put that out there. But this is always the meme, right?
Yeah, it always comes back. It always comes back to conversation. That's all I'm saying. Hey, but yeah, that's the only team that I could see working in the West for salary wise. Like, theoretically, you could say, you could ship off De'Aaron Fox for Brown if you really wanted to pull a situation off like that. But they don't need another point guard. They don't need someone like that. If you want similar salaries and you just don't want a playoff choker as well. like the Celtics fans are gonna riot. But yeah, I think that's about.
What about Detroit?
This is a good form of conversation here.
For Jaylen, huh?
See, I've been seeing a lot of discourse online. It's either Jaylen or D-Book is what I've been seeing a lot of.
D-Book ain't going nowhere. That contract is too big.
Yeah, it's too. It actually is too big. Next year, 2 years.
Half your cap gone, dude.
My God,
he's eating over there.
I mean, D-Book is definitely loving life, but I don't know if he wants to win a championship or not.
He's got a beautiful house.
The money.
Beautiful house, he has.
Yeah, real cool house. Have you seen his warehouse?
There's a nice YouTube.
I have seen that.
There's a cool YouTube channel. I think it's Architectural Digest or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah.
They did a rundown of his house. It's beautiful. It's really really nice.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Actually. Good for him. But yeah,
good for him.
Detroit. Yeah. It's going to be like from what I've seen a lot online. It's going to be between those two. You can tell they're freeing up cap space for something with the let loose of their dog, Big Stew.
Yeah, Stewart. Yeah,
Big Stew. To be honest,
maybe
though,
Stewart and LeBron would meet again in the same team.
They need a better solution for their 5. I see Duran working better as a 4. It's just they need a big Duran. They need to move that contract as well. I could see them moving that to the Celtics if need be.
He hasn't signed an extension yet, right?
No, he hasn't.
It's not yet signed, right?
He hasn't. He hasn't signed that yet. My goodness, I was under the thing that he has signed it. Yeah, no, he hasn't signed it.
So that's crazy, right? So they have to trade him if they don't want to extend him. Yeah, sign and trade.
After this offseason, Duran's not getting shit. He's not getting shit. So, like, apologies to all Detroit Pistons fans out there. Dogs, like, it's not happening. The performance they put up this offseason was terrible. He was getting outperformed by basically everyone on their team, except, like, their bench warmers, essentially.
You just cannot pay someone that much who gives out that much. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really do anything offensively.
One-time NBA All-Star. You know,
once again, you cannot pay him that much to be a dud in the offense. Like he's a defensive guy, but in the playoffs when it's Kate Cunningham and the boys, you gotta come along with him.
Caden them, bro.
And dude, I don't know. Like we talked about Austin Reeves and his contract. This is another one that I'm side-eyeing. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you gonna pay him that much?
To be fair, he's 22, right? So that's the only thing that I would, sort of. Like,
damn.
Yeah, he's young gun, and he came into the league age 18. So that's why. And he gave you 19 and a half, 20 points or something in the regular season last year. So that's not nothing. Like, why didn't it translate into the postseason, right? So
that's what I'm talking about.
The lights got too bright. The lights got way too bright in that.
He's gonna go into the lab and work on his game. I hope.
Yeah, but he's young. He's 22. He is 22 years of age. So
yeah, still young. He's 4 years into the league, and Lamelo Ball is becoming a rookie. That's so crazy. Nasty.
So I wouldn't mind him on the Celtics.
Come to the Lakers. Why not?
Yeah, for what?
For what?
There's no cap.
For what?
There's no cap. Yeah, and then LeBron sign and trade. Sheesh.
Put LeBron to the Pistons.
Yeah, fucking Detroit.
I don't see LeBron in Detroit, bro.
No. Forget it. No.
I think LeBron would buy the Pistons franchise and move it to LA. So
there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. There you go.
Yes.
Did you guys there's a lot of NBA drama at the moment? Did you follow that?
No. What?
All right,
what has been happening?
Let me run it down. So basically, there was it's NWA's like 30th anniversary or some shit, like something. Yeah. So bottom line is there's a poster, like basically their marketing poster out for that 30-year anniversary, right? And Caitlin Clark's not on there. Yeah. And then last.
I did see this actually.
Yeah.
I did see this.
What happened the last game or the game before? Two players are falling to. So someone landed on her, punched her in the throat, and got the knee into her groin. Dude, this league does not give
copping
two
it.
shits about her. This league, their commissioner, I don't know, the WNBA commissioner has no plan what they're doing over there. They are pretending to be this elitist group where Caitlin Clark hasn't sort of like won her spurs yet. Proved herself. Dude, she's literally paying your fucking salary and half the NWA, and you don't put her on a fucking poster? She's getting
That's
punched in the mouth.
crazy.
Dude, they're insane.
I'm just
over
like
there. Insane.
I'm in disbelief. And look, like this has been a consistent trend that we've been seeing over in the WNBA. That like now that their bills are getting paid, right? And I think it's very much a lot to do with the fact that and you know, I don't want to butcher this at all, but there's this new white girl that's come into the league, and all of a sudden now, because of her, it's we're making bank, but we're all talented too. Like that's kind of like the mentality I've been seeing be thrown around a lot the past two or so years.
It's the same thing that happened with Tiger when he came up into golf, right? It's the same thing. No one liked him. Everyone looked at him sideways, and then all of a sudden, everyone's making double the money. He ain't too bad for us.
Except they're not doing that. They're not doing that.
Dude, the way they play is so physical. It's UFC out there. I don't know why, because potentially it's the mentality of, we have to prove that, the women's league is not soft and these kinds of things. I don't know what it is, but it's a fucking UFC out there. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I've been seeing the one rookie with the goggles as well. I don't know her name. She's been really good.
That's okay.
For them, for whichever team she's been on. Like this is me being
no,
like
I mean, look, there's nothing
WNBA
wrong
LARP right now.
We don't follow that much NWA obviously, but it's a big deal that they're fucking Caitlin Clark over left, right, and center. Like it's insane.
It's just hard for me to understand that when like there is someone in the league, right, and like when we see it, especially with players such as like in the NBA, when we see greatness, you do see like hatred towards certain players from the media and whatnot. But the players you very rarely see get pissed off unless they're like frustrated, such as like Jeff Teague in Atlanta against Bron, right? Other than that though, right? You don't see people straight up like punching people over or whatever it is. Give me 1 second.
Unless you're Isaiah Stewart.
We can still hear you. There you go.
There we go. Right? We don't see people coming into the league and just like punching them because they're bringing in more viewers or because they're like supposedly great, right? Like when it came to Wemby, right? He came into the league. I'm not seeing people just punching him, flopping him over and everything. All you were seeing was people challenging him to like dunk on him and whatnot, because that's what people wanted to do. That's what the NBA players wanted to do. You would want to challenge someone who's 7'5" and dunk on him because that gives a lot to your legacy, if I'm like not mistaken to say that. So I just don't get it. If you want to play against a player such as Caitlin Clark, and you want to prove to the world that, this isn't just about her, then prove it to us in your game, right? That's what people are coming to see. If people are coming to your games for this playoff, fair play. But you have to prove to the rest of the world who is watching that it's not just her. I'm just saying.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. The disrespect that like you're seeing towards it is just, it's ridiculous. I hate it. Anyways, what about you, Raja? Any thoughts, feelings, queries?
No, I don't know WNBA enough. I know how important Caitlin Clark is to their money. Other than that, I don't really pay enough attention. That doesn't mean I don't care. I don't know enough to talk about it like that.
Raja.
No, like I'm saying, I just don't know enough to talk about it like that.
I get that.
What I'm saying, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but ever since Caitlin Clark came into the league, I've definitely seen more stuff from the W. And, some of those guys are talented as hell. But, I don't know.
Like, what's it called? I saw a post. One of their players scored 53 points literally today, right? Like, there is talent. There's talent there, right? And guess what? Like, I'll happily watch the games because there isn't any NBA on, right? Like, that's the unfortunate reality of it. Like, I'll watch the games.
If Caitlin Clark's playing,
100%. Because guess what? Like, they're popping off. Right? Like, I love to watch it. But, like, damn, it's just hard. It's just hard to justify some of the actions in the game when you constantly see their star player getting let down and mishandled and mistreated. But yeah, do we have anything else? Anything else at all today, or do we want to wrap this one up?
That's all the ammunition I have.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, right?
That's all I've got as well. Let's get excited. Let's get very excited for the coming couple of days of the NBA offseason. I know I am.
maybe by tomorrow we'll see Jaylen Brown in a different.
Hey, we might just be back tomorrow with more news.
You know what I'm saying? You just never know with the. I'm still gonna call him Watch Bomb. Just because.
Hey,
Yeah,
with the sham bomb, it doesn't work, does it?
It's not the same. Woj is legendary for that. Yeah, he's a guy. Shout out to Woj.
But yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We might be back tomorrow. We might be not. We'll see what Jaylen Brown and the co is gonna do. Hopefully, John Moran comes here. You know, he comes to what Illawarra Hawks. You know, I don't know, Sydney Kings. Any.
Yeah, hey, the Sydney Kings. The Sydney Kings will be happy to take you, Ja. Right?
Yeah.
The Melbourne team took Lamelo at one stage as well. It's no shame to play in the Australian teams, right? You know, if you need a job, there's some down here.
Alexar was from the NBL as well, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, he was.
Something like that. Yeah. Well, just whatever you do not send Ja to Serbia because that's done and dusted there for him and his career. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been Raja, Austin, and Camille. Tune in for other videos. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you.